In the quiet town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, a chilling legend lurks in the shadows, a cryptid that has haunted the folklore of this place for decades. Welcome to the Den of Unknown, where we delve into the world of the unexplained, aiming to educate and intrigue you about the legends that shape our world. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the enigma of the Mothman. Nestled within the Appalachian Mountains, Point Pleasant harbors stories that send shivers down the spine. But none so compelling, or chilling, as that of the Mothman, a creature said to possess the body of a man and the wings of a moth. The first reported sightings of the Mothman date back to November 12, 1966. When 5 men who were digging a grave at a cemetery near Clendenin, West Virginia, claimed to see a man-like figure fly low over the trees overhead. But it was not until 3 days later, on November 15th, that the sightings received widespread attention. It was on this day that 2 young couples from Point Pleasant, Roger and Linda Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Millette, encountered something beyond the ordinary. Driving in the TNT area, an abandoned World War II munitions plant, they were confronted by a creature they described as
shaped like a man, but bigger, maybe 6.5 or 7 feet tall, with big wings folded against its back.
Linda Scarberry, one of the witnesses, had even reported it having glowing red eyes. Just days later, another chilling encounter occurred, this time involving Marcella Bennett and her family. Bennett described seeing the creature standing by her car, with gray, feathery legs, a head sunken into the shoulder area, and wings folded behind its back.
The creature was over 6 foot tall.
Bennett had reported.
It looked like a giant bird, yet also a man.
Following these encounters, panic ensued in the town. The sheriff's department was inundated with calls. Witnesses were terrified, describing encounters with a large, winged creature stalking the outskirts of town. The police responded, but each time, the creature was gone upon their arrival. However, the lack of physical evidence did not deter the believers. The descriptions from multiple independent witnesses were eerily similar. A large, man-like creature with wings and glowing red eyes. It was clear that something was happening in Point Pleasant, something that couldn't be easily dismissed. These reports stirred up a media frenzy, with national news agencies picking up the story. The creature was quickly dubbed the Mothman, a name inspired by a character from the popular Batman TV series of the time. The mystery of the Mothman's origin has perplexed scholars, cryptid enthusiasts, and local historians alike. Some speculate that the creature was a product of chemical mutation, an after-effect of the industrial pollutants from the abandoned TNT area of Point Pleasant. The TNT area was a major ammunition manufacturing site during World War II. After its abandonment, the site was reported to be contaminated with hazardous materials, raising questions about the impact on local wildlife. Could the Mothman have been a creature mutated by these industrial pollutants? Others see the Mothman as a manifestation of the Cold War-era anxieties. The late 60s was an era rife with fears of the unknown, especially regarding extraterrestrial life and UFOs. It was during this same period that strange occurrences plagued Point Pleasant. Reports of UFO sightings were frequent, with residents claiming to witness unusual lights in the sky. These reports often coincided with the Mothman sightings, adding a layer of mystery and fueling speculations about the creature's extraterrestrial origins. Adding to the town's unease were the unsettling visits by the men in black, mysterious figures who would interrogate those who claimed to have witnessed the Mothman or UFOs. Dressed in dark suits, driving black cars, they were the embodiment of the unknown, their arrival sparking a mix of intrigue and dread. First reported in the 1950s and 60s, the men in black have become a staple in UFO lore. Their MO is eerily consistent. They would appear unannounced, often shortly after a reported UFO sighting or a Mothman encounter. Their interactions were said to be strange and often intimidating. Witnesses described them as displaying an uncanny knowledge of personal details, suggesting surveillance or information gathering. They would ask probing questions about the sightings, and sometimes even warn individuals to stay silent about their experiences. Their true identities remained concealed, always hidden behind dark sunglasses and strict formal attire. Some say they were government agents, tasked with suppressing information about extraterrestrial encounters. Others believe they themselves might be extraterrestrials, walking among us with an unknown agenda. In the case of Point Pleasant, their frequent appearances following Mothman sightings only intensified the town's atmosphere of unease and mystery, fueling further speculation about a connection between the men in black, the Mothman, and the reported UFO sightings. And yet, the Mothman is not the only cryptid to be reported in the region. The Appalachian Mountains are rich with folklore and tales of mysterious creatures. From Bigfoot sightings to the tales of the Flatwoods Monster, the Mothman is part of a larger tapestry of unexplained phenomena that captivate our imagination and challenge our understanding of the natural world. As with any legend, there are skeptics and alternative theories abound. The Mothman, with its supernatural descriptions and elusive nature, has been subject to various interpretations that strive to ground the entity in reality. One prevalent theory is that the Mothman was simply a misidentified bird species, such as a large owl, crane, or even an unusually large goose. These species have characteristics that could potentially align with the descriptions of the Mothman. The red eyes that many witnesses reported, for example, could be the result of eye shine, a common characteristic in many nocturnal animals. Critics also point out inconsistencies in reports. The descriptions of the Mothman's physical attributes and behaviors varied between witnesses. Could this inconsistency suggest that witnesses were influenced by the power of suggestion or the hysteria of the moment? Another theory is that the Mothman sightings, as well as the men in black encounters, were products of mass hysteria or even hoaxes. This view is reinforced by the fact that the men in black, often associated with Mothman sightings, were originally created as a satirical narrative by comic writer and ufologist Gray Barker, who confessed to creating hoax letters about the men in black in the 1950s. Could the residents of Point Pleasant have been influenced by a sensational story, leading them to misinterpret and sensationalize their own experiences? These alternative explanations may sound mundane when compared to a mysterious, moth-like creature and enigmatic men in dark suits, but they are grounded in rational thinking and scientific understanding, reminding us of the need for skepticism when facing the unexplained. Despite the fear and uncertainty, the Mothman legend has had an overwhelmingly positive impact on Point Pleasant, transforming it from a quiet Appalachian town into a bustling hub of intrigue and tourism. Every year, the town bursts into life with the Mothman Festival. This celebration, attracting cryptid enthusiasts and curious visitors from across the globe, has become a staple in Point Pleasant's calendar. The streets are filled with vendors, cosplayers, and guided tours, adding a palpable buzz to the community. The Mothman Museum, the world's only museum of its kind, has become a landmark, housing a wealth of information, articles, and memorabilia about the Mothman. Visitors can delve into extensive archives, witness original props from the Mothman Prophecies movie, and even get a snapshot of the iconic Mothman statue. For the locals, the Mothman has taken on a sense of community identity. The legend not only keeps the town's history alive, but also supports its economy. From Mothman-themed merchandise, to a thriving hospitality sector catering to tourists, the benefits are widely felt. Yet, it's not just about the tangible impacts. The Mothman legend has fostered a strong community spirit, unity, and pride. The townspeople of Point Pleasant have taken a story of fear and turned it into one of strength and resilience, marking their place on the map in a truly unique way. As we pull back from the foggy landscapes of Point Pleasant and the shadow of the Mothman, we are left with a fascinating interplay of fear and fascination, reality and myth, skepticism and belief. The Mothman legend has undeniably brought benefits to Point Pleasant, transforming the town into a tourist hotspot and boosting its economy. It has provided a sense of identity and communal bond that transcends generations. However, it's important to remember the darker side of this legend. It has its roots in genuine fear and a series of tragic events that cannot be forgotten. The cultural and psychological impact of such cryptid stories can be profound, often leading to mass hysteria or widespread unease. The question we pose to you is, how do you balance the thrill of the unknown with the reassurance of fact? Do you embrace the Mothman legend as a captivating mystery? Or do you regard it as a symbolic tale born out of human fears and anxieties? Continue asking, continue seeking, and most importantly, keep the spirit of exploration alive. Here at the Den of Unknown, we're dedicated to unraveling the mysteries that this world holds. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share your insights in the comments below. Stay curious, friends.